Football League.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight we begin the final stretch. Week 16 starts here. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. A little juke, and they will ring them down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
Well, the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. So the Rams in great position here as they get things started. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. First run now for Kyron Williams. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by Boye Mafe. And the Rams at 500, 7-7 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. That is caught. And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. To throw is Stafford. In trouble, and will go down back at the 12. Boye Mafe in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Now it's Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. And this one is right through. Now the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3. Maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Seahawks offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Darnold now to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early in life.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you talk about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he's brought down at the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They had had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Here's Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the markers, you know they're going to throw it his way. And that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
Now Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You talk about this Rams defense, and they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
This is such a good unit at covering passes downfield. I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Now Darnold. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now it's Darnold. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
For the Seahawks.
Let's take it on the 25. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Six 0 our score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Throwing is Stafford. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Pass complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Stafford. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Back to throw, Darnold. They'll get this one to Cobb, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Darnold. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And he fends him off, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Stafford now to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Williams is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Defense really sold out there to stop the run. Understandable down near the goal line. Now on 2nd down, you have to wonder, might we see play action here and a flip right over the top?
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come out in the pistol. Williams is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put it in the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw is Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. approaching the 45-yard line.
The Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased out left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Quick and fist on the stop. 1 yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
He'll look to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This now a 3rd and 4. Darnold down to throw. That is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back to throw, Stafford. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 13. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw is Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So halftime is upon us on. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. And able to get this out to the 25. The Rams offense and Devontae Adams set to take over once more. And he's putting together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions among wideouts. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half, It didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he'll be up in it at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Stafford. He'll let this go for Adams. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack? Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll run to Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Faking the give, Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And Walker has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football, but right now they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Play action. It's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now it's Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. They overload him that time of the safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
From the 50, it's Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. They begin the drive with Williams. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Here's Stafford. Oh, the slam connects with Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Stafford. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll hand it off now. Williams. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Now Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results in a fourth down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this one is incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Stafford now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big spot?
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Here's Walker to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Over the 25-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now 2nd and 9.
Here's Darnold. That's to the former Ram, Gerald Everett. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
For a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Darnold down to throw. Smith and Jigba with the ground.
From the 46, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup.
Off the middle, here's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd and 9.
Here's Darnold. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And that's complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
Los Angeles.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Stafford going to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Davante Adams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Darnold.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards in time on 2nd down.
facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. The play fake, and it's Darnold. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by a Kellen Witherspoon. And that one, Charles, is just going to back. Wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Again on the ground with Hunter. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory.